Hi, I'm Rick Edwards. I'm about to get under the skin of some of pop music's elites, just digging around in the subcutaneous layer and poking the muscle. But I've taken this metaphor too far. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. These five ladies are a national institution. One of them loves to horse ride, one of them's favourite thing is mashed potato, one of them's got their own cosmetics range, one of them's described as the mummy of the group, and one of them has got a phobia of cotton wool. Nothing wrong with that. It's the one and only Girls Aloud.
Hello.
How are you all doing?
Good.
Very nice to see you.
You too.
Individually, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very well.
Great.
Great.
Very good.
Very good.
Yep, very good.
Very good.
Couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better. That is a uniformly well.
Yeah, we are.
I'm very well. Thank you for asking, Cheryl. Let's go straight in, talk about the new album, Out of Control. It's your fifth one. What's your level of involvement now in terms of like the writing, choosing who you work with, that sort of stuff? Are you very much in control?
We've got a formula now with Xenomania, who's Brian Higgins and his team.
Yeah.
And they always produce our albums, singles, everything we've done, they've done from day one. So it's kind of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But we all do writing individually. We wrote a little bit on this album, but the stuff we write wouldn't kind of fit with what we're currently doing, so you kind of
What
have
sort
to
of
leave
stuff are you
it
guys
to the...
writing?
Well, you know,
it's all deep,
Just a lot of rap.
it would be more...
load of rap, gangster rap.
Yeah.
For the weekends.
No, but you know, obviously, if you write a song, it might not be a Girls Aloud song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's, you know, we've wrote little bits and pieces on each song, but obviously, the most of the album's written by the Xenomania team.
And it's all so fun, and the girl that writes all the lyrics, Miranda Coopers, I don't know where she thinks of these things.
Yeah.
So if we started coming up with those lyrics, she would start to worry. You'd be like, are you okay? Are you... Is everything all right?
Well, they actually take their inspiration from what's going on with us anyway, so it's all just a team effort.
Is it a sort of progression from the previous albums? I mean, you know, you're obviously
think
getting
so,
older, you're more sort of a ladies Aloud.
Yes.
More of a mature sound. It's more a mature subject on the album. It's definitely an older sounding album, I would say.
And some of the songs, like there's a song Untouchable that's really kind of, you play it and you feel like you're on Ibiza sitting there, like in a chill out type of like some really good beats.
We're
a
trying
really
to
good drum
go
and
with different
bass.
sounds and stuff, like there's some 60s influence songs, and then like Nadine said, and so it's kind of like, there's like a...
Drum and bass.
Yeah,
Step
there's a whole
dance.
different thing going on.
Now, the title, Out of Control, what's that saying to me? Are you rebellious?
Do you know what? We kind of, we were a bit, when we were recording the album, it's a lyric actually on one of the tracks, a track that we recorded first a couple of years back and tried for the album, but it was a bit too
Wasn't the right time.
mature then, but this time around we were kind of a bit out of control when it come to making song decisions, single decisions, all of that. We kind of all went a bit wild, and the record company actually said to us at one point, you know what, it's up to you, then you're out of control. And we were like, okay.
Well, it is.
Good.
Sounds like a good name to me.
I'd like to have been in on that meeting, just the record company going, oh, for God's sake, I can't take it anymore. Do it yourselves.
After about 6 years, I suppose, of trying to deal with us.
And I think sometimes the pictures and stuff that you see of us, people see us as, you know, these mad out of control girls, which we have our moments.
Yeah,
but
every
at the
girl
same
does.
time, we're very in control of our career and what we do. So there's kind of a few meanings. Take from it what you want. Yeah.
And it lends to good stuff, like when it comes to the tour and stuff, you know, we can do anything.
Who did you idolise when you were growing up, sort of musically?
Loads of people.
Loads and loads.
It's more like singers.
Yeah,
for
when
me,
I was
like
young, it was the
Whitney,
big singers. Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
I love Britney.
Whitney,
I like people that do like full-on performance where, you know, it's amazing when Mariah just stands there and sings. She doesn't need to do anything else. But people like Britney who've got, you know, she looks great, she can dance, she sings. It's that package thing that makes you go, oh, I want to be on the stage with that. For me, that's who I like. But not musically. Musically, I quite like really soulful stuff like Erykah Badu, Andrew Stone. Yeah, really that way for me.
Are you fans of
It all
Britney?
changes, Britney. Oh,
Are you still fans of Britney now?
Yeah.
Come on, Britney.
Come back, Queen.
Can't wait to see like a new video and stuff. I haven't seen it.
What about your sort of your Rihannas, people like that?
I actually quite like Rihanna. She's grown on me. And we're all girls as well, aren't we? So it's like we like all of them. Britney, Rihanna, all of them.
Rihanna's
Christina.
had some
Great
great
songs,
songs.
yeah.
It's like she just keeps coming out with a great song after another one. You're like, damn it! I want that.
She's a little chameleon as well. Like she's always got a new look going on, a great little style. She's funky. She's cool.
She's not afraid.
Yeah.
And she's young too.
You know, with this sort of digital age, I suppose, there's a lot of artists and bands and stuff coming out. It seems there's a new one every sort of 5 minutes. Are there any scenes or bands that you just don't really get that just sort of pass you by?
Heavy metal.
Punk.
Heavy metal. Didn't take you for a heavy metal lady.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we
music,
appreciate
like-
everybody, really, but not heavy metal. I
You
can't.
can
I just
appreciate
can't
it, but it
get
doesn't
that.
mean that you like it or you enjoy it. So
Yeah, sure.
definitely.
I don't even get.
I'm saying never do punk.
yeah.
Punk
Heavy
rock.
Absolutely not.
At its time.
Well, we've all got very different
Yeah,
tastes.
Sarah's a punk rock.
I'm a bit of an all-rounder though. I like a bit of drum and bass. I'm quite liking Pendulum at the moment as well.
Good band. You seen them live?
No, like to.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Look at
there you
Sarah.
go. I'm a real all-rounder.
What about,
coming up
let
with
me ask you
bands
this. What about a bit of pop punk, Nadine? So you're more like your Fallout Boy, that sort of vibe.
Yeah, but yeah,
Is there a bit punk?
Pete Wentz
Yeah.
and yeah, okay.
I think you...
It's not your choice,
Pop
but you can
punk
appreciate
more
it.
is like straight line punk, where you've got the whole mad kind of like druggy people and people with like
Pins.
pens and fighting like bang, shaving their head and starting fights, all that.
Forget.
Forget.
Don't move to
Pass.
Camden then.
Yeah.
I know I went to Camden once and there was a riot in the street, an actual riot, and I was
live-
going to
She
pick
was on the way to
Sarah
my
up.
house.
Yeah, I live next door to Camden. It's exciting. It's exciting.
I love it there. I just think it's really colourful and full of like really colourful people. About 5 minutes from my house is like a really gothic pub, and it's like imagine if we walked in there. we
I
would
like
look
driving
so
through
out
it.
of
I
place.
love it.
the
Looking out
doors
the window.
locked.
Yeah.
What about this new band, The Saturdays? Do you see that as sort of healthy competition? Because people obviously are saying the new girls are loud. I
I don't think they're like.
Whenever
It's always
there's
going to
a-
happen.
Yeah, whenever there's a girl band, whether there's 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, whatever, there's always going to be that comparison. Like they compare us to the Sugar Babes, and we're nothing alike. Never have been, never will be. But I actually really like the Saturdays. I think they're a good little girl band, and I don't see them as competition. We're here 6 years now. They're just starting out, so it's kind of like it's quite cute to watch a new little girl band.
And we had them on tour. They came and
They
supported
were our
us on
supporters,
tour.
yeah.
So if we were, we wanted them to be
Yeah.
there. We're on the
Yeah.
same label. It's nice
We
to
kind of got to
see
know
our
them
girls.
as people as well, because they were like coming to us for advice and what do you do when this happens, and we were like, oh my god, you've got it all to come. So
I
it
love
was
the idea
nice.
of you lot as agony aunts.
Yeah, we really were.
Yeah.
It's hard when you first start out. They're still learning, and you know, but they're nice girls, and,
And do you know what?
they're doing well.
really well.
so
Yeah,
that's good.
it's really good.
Let's talk a bit about your style. Is this sort of individually controlled by you now? Do you have more control over what you get to wear?
What's all this gun control thing? Is it because of out of control? Oh, okay.
Not necessarily. I just wonder if you get to choose your own dresses.
Well, you would never wear something you don't want to wear. But
Okay.
what happens is, if it's a band thing, obviously we have some sort of a theme. Maybe not so much today.
Yeah, it's eclectic today.
But normally we would have, a running theme,
Yeah.
Like I've got pink on my belt, Sarah has a pink jacket on. So someone will go out and buy loads of options for each girl, and then we'd say, we like that, we like that, we like that. It would never be a case of you're wearing that and you're wearing that.
If we all went out shopping, it'd be a real mishmash. So
Yeah.
it helps that we got one person who does it all and knows what's going to go with what,
But
and then we
still
get a choice.
kind of pick things for each person.
each person would like.
Yeah, we have to have a
Style.
style.
And you know they look at the rails of clothes too, right? That would be for
Whose is
Cheryl, that would
Yeah.
be Nicholas, that would be mine, and you just know what you're under,
We
what
all
each
just
one
try
is
and
under.
our shapes really, and then it's just
Yeah.
down to the style preference really.
Is there any outfits that you look back on over your 6 years where you sort of go, oh God?
Believe it or not, we
there's every
agreed to
time.
wear them though. We actually
Yeah.
did agree to it.
That's
We
the thing,
actually
isn't
thought it was a good
Yeah,
idea,
never
and then you
looks
see
back,
it back and you're like,
There's even things that you'd look at 9 months ago or 6
yeah.
months ago and go, what, who was I? Why did I wear that?
Seriously? And it's like anybody, I think that's natural, isn't it, for anybody to change and then look back, even just in pictures, and go, what was I thinking in the 80s with that hairdo or whatever? We have to be constantly reminded it's not fair.
Is there
Let it
one?
go. Forget
everywhere.
Awful.
Is there one like video or one sort of time when you all agree, look back and
We
go,
always say the same one.
Yeah.
If we say which one, you'll play a clip of it. So we're not going to say how it
And
goes.
we've been known to say it a few times, so it's nothing
okay,
new.
so if I
It's
do my
not an
research, I can
exclusive.
find out.
Yeah,
Long
yeah.
hot summer. The lighting's terrible.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
lighting guy out there now who's weeping.
I'm being sarcastic. It's amazing.
She's trying to press lighting.
In which case, he's crying with joy. He's so happy.
Hoping that that's what
We'll
you
play
play,
a nice one.
basically.
Did you say this, by the way, the stripy socks?
This
and the
is
stripy?
all my work.
Is it?
Stripes, stripes,
Pumps are good.
Jeans.
Like that, they're very
jeans,
Turn up.
solid. What do you think about the turn-ups?
turn-ups right now.
What do you feel about that?
Looks like your cat's died.
Turn ups in our video. I think it's definitely a look.
It depends if you've got the legs for it or the ankles for it.
I think the stripy socks give me the ankles.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as you've not got cankles, then you're fine.
Now, what is a cankle?
It's a calf
Your
ankle.
calf runs into your ankle and you don't really have
Oh,
much.
sure. Is that genetic? Can you do anything about that? Like an elephant's foot.
It is.
But no cank. All nice ankles. We're fine. What has been your favourite video shoot so far? You've done a lot of memorable videos. It's been the best
They're
one.
all quite hard work. They're all hard
That'll
work.
take a while, I think.
Do you know what?
I
Somebody
in
was
terms of
nice
end
and easy.
result then, rather
Oh,
than
end
making
result, yeah.
Probably the promise, you know.
Yeah.
The promise actually, I think, looks really authentic. Like it really looks like we were from that era, and you know, it's quite a good storyline. I think it's and it was fun getting into like an actual era character kind of performance-wise, looks-wise, and all of that. So
I liked Sexy No 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 when we had all the pins because the director was just telling us there wasn't actually pins coming through. She was like, "Oh, move back or move to the side." So at the one time we had to move, and then the video it's like a big pins coming.
Like,
that
what's
was
going at you from the left? And you're like,
Is it a bit embarrassing?
It worked out.
Just dodging
You know
nothing.
what?
it's really embarrassing, but wait, we got over that
you have
a
to,
long
yeah.
time ago.
19 times we've done this now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of.
videos.
And you've got that whole fake smile thing down to a T. You're like,
Turn it on.
Yeah.
If money was no object, what would be the perfect video for you?
I do sometimes think, like, what could you do? You know, if you
Like
had
a little
all...
mini movie, I suppose.
Yeah.
an underwater one where we all go underwater
That'd be
and we
cool.
like
Mermaids.
America's Next Top Model and they like
Oh,
feed
yeah, I
you
do
some
like that.
air.
Yeah, but then
It would be hard though.
Oh, that would be amazing. Actually, mermaid shoot. Yeah, that would be
Mermaids.
Do it over like over a week,
Look
so
into
we wouldn't have
mermaids.
to worry about our makeup.
There you go.
I'd like massive robots of each of you. And
Like
then,
Transformers?
And then actual just robots of
Robots.
you. So like maybe like
Yeah.
50 foot high.
Oh,
And then
wicked.
you're sitting in the heads, controlling yourselves with little joysticks.
Oh, that's like
really
proper
good idea.
That's
elaborate.
really good.
Exactly, that would be awesome.
Really
Am I right?
Probably really
I don't know how easy it is to do the
expensive,
robots.
but- Yeah.
But I would.
There was no object then.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, but
Build
most
the
things
robots.
are computer generated these days anyway, so probably it might not be as...
Maybe suggest it.
Yeah.
And when you're finished with the robot, you have it in your back
Any more
garden.
good ideas we can...
Yeah, actually,
We'll
great. While you're
talk
on-
afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll brainstorm. Now, Chris Martin is a huge fan of yours. Is he writing you a song?
Well, apparently.
Amazing.
Apparently he says that he keeps writing them, but they're not quite good enough, so he's not actually brought them
That's
to us yet.
Believe that.
That's I know that's
You know,
wow,
we were
that's
told this and we were like, yeah, whatever.
Daddy, I
But
want
we'd
to
like
see
to
his
hear
lips
it.
move.
If he's
and
written
say it.
anything,
We're
we'd
very
like to hear
flattered.
it.
But it's good because you'll read it and go, yeah, it's not as good as what Miranda does, actually. So, sorry, back to the drawing board, Chris. Would you write him a song?
No.
No.
I don't think we'd insult him like that.
I think it's nice to do a bit
Not
vice
just
versa.
yet. Give us a few more years, maybe.
Are there any songs by other artists that you wish had been given to you or that you had written?
Loads. Loads. Every song that you like on the radio. Oh, God, I wish this was my song. Like,
Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire. I wish that was ours.
You could cover that very successfully.
I wanted us to from Joe Wiley, yeah, but we didn't think it was going to transcribe very well over the radio
Would.
waves.
We
So,
might be able to do something else.
I predicted that was
have a
going to
lot
be
of younger fans, and how do you explain that if they're like, "Mommy, what is that?"
and apparently it has a completely different meaning to what it really is, what you think it is.
I think it sounded awful. So I hope it's got a different meaning. OK, so 6 years ago, you're thrown together, you don't know each other. What were your first impressions? And you can be honest now.
Well, we haven't.
First impression of each
We all
other.
always thought Sarah was crazy.
OK.
changed.
because she was.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And then we just
lovely.
we kind of grew up together. We didn't. Can't remember ever having, other than the first ever time we auditioned, if you like, right in the very start. Then you gradually got to know each other throughout the competition as that progressed and all of that. So by the time we were actually formed, it wasn't like somebody plucked us from the air and went, here,
We've been
get to know each other. We'd been living together for months.
Months even.
Yeah, so we knew each other in that respect, but we've kind of all grown together since then. Like, we've grown from teenage girls into young women together, so...
So did it gel quite quickly for you?
Yeah, we did actually.
Because we're all fighting for the same cause, and it was so much hard work that we were doing, and we were all so young that you don't know what you're doing, and you have all these strangers, so you have to kind of pull together.
Yeah, it could have been disastrous though.
Yeah.
Like, it had the potential of 5 girls thrown together, not knowing anything about the industry, just knowing what we wanted to do. And then it just
quite lucky in that respect. You're right, it could have gone horribly wrong.
And you see it happen all the time.
Yeah, I know, and it's lovely that we do get on actually, because I couldn't think of anything worse, and I couldn't think of any other person being in the band. No,
it just wouldn't work. Full stop. Like, imagine if you had like an absolute nightmare girl. You just couldn't.
Yeah, it would just never work, would it?
No.
I reckon you'd be mean to them as well. You'd get them out.
You know what?
You'd get them out.
Do we intimidate people, do you think?
I just think that if you 5 had a new member and you didn't like them...
I think 5 girls for anyone, I suppose, can be a bit intimidating.
Well, exactly.
But you know what,
5 girls,
I think people,
tight girls.
But you know why, like, as a 5, like, we've been through so much together, like, we're
quite bonded by
like
now.
sisters, and then if someone else was, they just wouldn't have that.
People don't get our kind of vibe sometimes, and I think in that way they might feel a little bit like a bunch of bitches or something.
People as well. Like, you can't just bring somebody in and think, oh, I'm going to tell you my whole life story and expect them, to be okay, because you just don't know with people. Whereas with this situation, we know the crack.
Did you sort of think it would turn out this well at any point?
We never expect that. Yeah, you never sit there. You never sit there though and have an expectation. Certainly not in the beginning. You don't think 6 years down the line we'll be sitting with Rick. You just don't have those expectations. It just
really big time.
Had the big time now, right?
It just happened. It just rolls.
We literally we took every single, didn't we, as it came, and so we're just here. We've ended up here. It's mad.
People seem to have this idea though that we've had quite an easy ride of it, and that from the start we've kind of grown successfully. But there was actually times where we thought, are we going to, is this it? Are we going to be dropped chair? Is this going to work? Loads of times. So we have been through the mill business-wise as well, just not that many people know about it. So yeah, we feel
so much behind the scenes as well, like that people just don't, see or whatever. Like,
we just feel proud to be here 6 years down the line. It's a massive achievement.
It's probably the easy part.
So have there been times when you've released a single and it has been make or break and you've known about it and other people haven't?
Yeah,
maybe at the beginning.
For example, like the show, when we released the show of our second album, that was make or break. It was either life and then we had the show Love Machine, Jump, and that was when we started really kind of coming onto our own. Although we had Sound of the Underground, No Good Advice, great songs, but it was really not until our second album that people kind of got us. We were like, all right.
And we were still getting ourselves, we were finding our feet, finding our sound.
When I think back to the first album, it was almost like we were on a tightrope, wasn't it? It was like trying to stay on the line.
And even a little bit in the second album, because we only did a theatre tour with the second album because we didn't really, we just wanted to test the water. We didn't really know how people would respond. Thankfully, it was amazing, and we were able to then do the arena tour with the next album. But initially, even then, still when we were about to tour, what will the neighbours say? We were like, oh, people are going to buy the tickets.
Do you remember how nervous we were when we were doing the show? Like, literally shaking. And we were trying to do this song. It was CD UK or something. It was like,
worst thing we can do ever is do a brand new song live on TV. We just balls it right up.
And we're bad to add insult to injury.
Reality TV is... is churning out new acts and so on, but actually quite few, have longevity and are successful. So, what sets you Leona apart from?
It's as simple
You
as
know,
this.
Steve Brooks things.
You've either got it or you haven't got it. Whether or not you win a reality TV show or you don't, it happens in the industry all the time. The amount of people, bands and solo artists we've seen come and go over the years, they come and go over the years. It's actually amazing, but because of the profile a reality TV show brings, so your profile's huge, your career does nothing, everybody's aware that you did nothing.
Yeah.
If you haven't really got that much of a profile and then you came and then you went, nobody really noticed you ever came, so they don't notice you went.
So
It's all
everyone just jumps
about.
on the fact that it's all reality TV, and actually, in fact, it's not at all.
And Leona's a star, she's actually a star. Like, you watch her and you think, wow, you don't think you're from a reality TV. But some of the others, you know, they did and they can sing, and you watch them, they just haven't got that X Factor.
There you go. That is right on brand. Well done. Well done. Everyone was waiting for it. Now, you mentioned X Factor. You're on the other side of the fence now. How is that? Is it a bit weird for you, sort of judging people, having been judged?
It was initially. The first, the first couple of audition days were awful, really bad. It wasn't a nice experience to begin with, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying myself now, so I've definitely listened into it.
When you were offered it, did you immediately say yes, or did you need to take a bit of time to think?
No, I spoke to the girls and stuff, and yeah, thought about it a lot. Well, I'm saying a lot, we didn't have much time. I said yes, and I was on the panel before I knew it. But yeah, it had actually came around before. I'd been offered it the year before.
Okay.
So it was kind of a second guess. I had had that opportunity to think about it before, so this time I knew I felt ready. I felt right.
Now, what did the rest of you think about it?
We were like, no discussion. We're like, don't get yourself out.
And she was like, go on the next day to do it or something, or the day after. We were in Monte Carlo, and I was like,
Monte Carlo.
And that just makes it like 10 times more exciting to watch it, because obviously we can watch and see, we can pass on our opinions.
We get all the inside
fans
as well. So
pass our opinions on through
it's
it.
nice. I get abusive text messages and stuff.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah. Nadine, you're living in LA now. Why the move?
oh, it's great. Why the sudden move? The weather. I went there. It was actually me, Nicola, and Sarah went for work probably like 4, maybe 5 years ago.
It was Easter weekend, wasn't it?
It was Easter weekend, and it was amazing. So since then, I would always go back for holidays, and I'm opening a bar there, which is the most expensive thing you could ever imagine having to try and start to do. And the things that you think about and hear about, it's like, I don't care about air conditioning or vents or what's, you know, pumps.
I love it over there.
But I have to know about it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, and it's really good that I can kind of do both, go over and back and have a dual life.
Yeah.
I couldn't be doing with the travelling.
The jet lag, how she does it is just
You are
beyond.
immune, I think, now, because honestly, we just can't function, can we, at all?
Like
when
zombies
we go.
for days. She's like, come on.
I think it's worse coming back.
It's horrible coming
It's
back.
worse coming back than it is going over,
Yeah.
definitely. But we always wake up at about 5 o'clock in the morning or something when we're over there. It's really weird.
Shanghai was a weird one
I was
too.
asleep the whole time.
Shanghai. That's how we played that the prank on Hillary.
We have had
Shanghai was like
jokes these
5, 6 in the morning. Anyone awake?
Are we allowed to say it?
Everybody's up.
Should we tell it? Do you want to hear what
Go on.
Do you want to hear what they did?
Yes, please.
I had no part in this, okay? But they used my
That
name.
isn't true.
Okay.
Okay.
But what was so jet lagged, right? We had to get on a flight the next morning at like 6 in the morning. We were like, there's no way we're going to sleep. Like, we were all wide awake. Let's just stick it out, you know, stay awake. She was already in bed. Kimberly's like, no,
I
I
was
have
in
to
bed.
go and try
I
and
was in my
sleep.
room.
So we were like, what can we do? What can we do? Let's play a prank. Dean calls Hillary. Hillary's our manager.
Nadine does a great London accent, by the way.
Amazing London
But it's
accent.
secret. It's only for pranks and
Yeah.
random phone
Fair
calls.
enough.
So we found out the name of the lady who was looking after us over there. Found out her name.
Let's call her Jane.
Legend. Nadine calls Hillary. Like, wait, what was it? Like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
She was asleep. Hi. Go on.
Real.
Go on. Do it.
And Hillary was so what we said anyway was that I was the girl from the organizer, and that Sarah had passed out. Hi, Hillary. One of the girls from your band seems to have passed out, and she's lying at the elevator with no clothes on.
She seems to be intoxicated.
Intoxicated. No, let me tell you how it was even funnier. Listen, the way she said it was, one of your band members is on the floor. She's outside an elevator. She's highly intoxicated. And didn't Hillary say,
which one?
Get move her or which one? And she was like, well, security can't move her because she's actually naked. And then we were like, didn't tell her who it was.
Did she go, which one is it? And they said the blonde one or something.
Yeah.
Then she came up in the lift.
Oh yeah, the blonde one. And then we hit the door. Ping. Sarah.
Was in her robe while we ran to the bathroom and locked the door.
A hair like that. Oh.
Sorry, us three
You couldn't let me in the bathroom.
like,
Locked me out.
Yeah, but the next morning, she's like, I can take a joke, you know. I can take a joke.
she actually couldn't take the joke. At 4 a.m.
I can take a joke, just like the next person, you know.
And then she's like, oh, I didn't know you could do a London accent.
Oh, you do now.
Yeah, it was great.
So,
That was
I
a long
imagine she
story.
loves you.
We've worked for a while with
I
her
bet
now,
you
so
she's
she
on the
knows it.
phone.
It was quite fresh back then.
Stupid girls.
I think that's so funny. At 4 in the morning. Given that you're in LA now, any inkling you might want to do some acting? There's a lot of it out there.
There's a lot of it. But you see, I'm Orange County. I'm not right.
Okay.
I can come up and go. So I'm a beach girl. It's all at the beach, and it's really, really relaxing. And you just go to the pool, and we spend so much time working here that over my dead body will I get on a plane, go to LA, and start trying to work again. I am not that ambitious.
You know where we shoot? You know where we shot Call the Shots?
Malibu.
Yeah. Oh, is that nowhere?
That's where Brittany lives, isn't it?
Yeah, we were looking for. We were on Brittany's house, home hunt. We shot the video for Call the Shots in LA.
Yeah.
You'd never tell from the actual video itself, but we did. And it was on a beach. And somebody said Brittany's house is around here, but me and Nicola were past ourselves, running around trying to find Brittany's house. That's so uncool, isn't it?
Yeah, but you would though, wouldn't you? So says that. You've got to have a little nosy around.
So lives there, so lives there.
Every Starbucks that we passed, we were like, is she in there?
Oh, I know which one she is.
As a massive band with a lot of sort of interest, you all, you know, are in the spotlight, you're in the public glare. Does it ever get a bit much? Do you ever, like, you know, particularly when it's sort of personally intrusive or whatever, do you just think, guys, settle down?
Sometimes you want to walk out your front door and not have a pap there picturing you without makeup, and then, hence the big shades always come out. Then you look like a diva. But it's the easiest way to get away from not having any makeup on and not let anyone see it. So
is that the thing?
It's the last thing
Is
you
that
want to
the
do
reason?
is have them follow you to the doctors or to the dentist, or
And
do you know what I mean?
Like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the
morning,
morning. And
yeah,
people
that's
don't
not
know that
fair.
when they're looking at it, and you're like, hanging, and
It's not great all the time, but then you win some, you lose some, don't you? You've got to kind of.
But the thing is like if we go somewhere that you know could be paparazzi, then it's fine. When they're waiting outside your door, it's a bit like, seriously,
their argument would be,
but you can't argue that, because that's why I would never, and I put my hand on my heart, ever do a set-up pap shot. Because then you're asking for it, and then you can't argue that case because
And
you asked them to come.
Just forgetting that, how uncool is that? Embarrassing. Come on now.
I'm going to cancel mine.
Yeah.
You know that when you
See again, it makes you feel mobile phone.
No,
Okay.
people assume that you do. Like, people genuinely assume that that's what you must have told the paparazzi you were coming out of that restaurant at that time. You must have told the paparazzi you were going there on holiday, and it's not the case.
There's more and more and more of them every week. I don't know. And then people must think it's just such an easy profession these days, it's being in London. As soon as they know where you live, then
It's like if
so many
people
of them.
don't want to work, they don't want to do a real job, they think, I'll pick up a camera, I'll follow someone
It's like
around all day.
stalking, but with cameras. It's legal because they've got a camera.
Moan about it because it's like one of those love-hate relationships. You kind of need it in a way, but don't want it in other ways. So
you just
get
don't
on
want
with
it when you look like crap. If you look beautiful and they're taking great pictures, you're like,
Look at me.
Girls, thank you very much for going and talking to us.
Thanks.
Pleasure as always.
what a handshake.
Just a formal handshake.
Wowzers.
Formal handshake. Formal handshake.
Watch the
Formal
room.
handshake.
Thank you.